As you are no doubt aware, e-gaming is experiencing exponential growth in education. From immersive gaming competitions to interactive real-world simulation using things like the Wahoo Kickerbike and Zwift to enable athletes to compete and train in virtual competitions. To that end, BenQ, one of the world's leaders in display technology, have just released their new MOBIUZ range of ultra-wide curved gaming monitors. Aside from the fact that these monitors look gorgeous, I'm going to be really boring by throwing some numbers at you and doing my best to explain what they mean, why they matter, and how they're relevant to you. So this is going to be slightly longer than your normal video, designed to help decide if this is the right product for your school or home e-gaming setup. Let's start with the difference between flat and curved monitors and why you would want to choose a curved monitor. When making a switch from flat to curved monitors, there are a few basic benefits that come along with a curved panel. First of all, curved panels are more immersive. Curved monitors cover more of your peripheral vision than their flat counterparts. The result is a more immersive experience that allows you to interact with your work in a completely new way, or in this case, gaming, whether it be gaming, entertainment, editing, and other things. Curved monitors follow the natural curvature of the human field of view more closely than their flat panel competitors. The benefit here is that it is actually more comfortable for your eyes to look at your monitor under these conditions. This allows you to spend more time in front of your screen without feeling tired and irritated. In fact, studies have shown that eye strain and eye ache are 60% more common on flat monitors than curved monitors. Furthermore, by covering more of your field of view, images on a curved monitor have the benefit of feeling bigger than they would on a flat screen monitor. So all of these things are great for gaming. Not to mention that by bringing the corners of the monitors closer to you, the monitor curvature is able to reduce minor instances of distortion that are present at the edges of a flat display as a result of our curved field of view. In addition, curved displays also cover a larger portion of our field of view, resulting in a bigger looking image and an improved depth perception. Now, when talking about these monitors, the first thing we see should be obvious. 34-inch ultra-wide means that this monitor is much wider than your standard monitor. The 34 inches represents a diagonal measurement across the screen from, say, the top left to the bottom right. The WQHD in the title stands for Wide Quad High Definition. This resolution is essentially the equivalent of QHD, or 2560 by 1440, extended in width by 34% to create 3440 by 1440 pixels, giving you an aspect ratio of 21:9. Put simply, your home TV has a screen ratio of 16:9. So when you play widescreen movies or scenes, you get annoying black bars across the top and bottom of the image. Not so with 21:9, because it's a widescreen aspect ratio that'll take up all of the screen real estate. The other important feature to note is the 144Hz refresh rate. This basically means that these monitors load 144 images per second, which is more than twice that of the normal conventional monitor refresh rate. The reason for this is obvious and important. It's because the monitor delivers a more smooth and fluid graphics experience, which is obviously really important when you're gaming. Now, lastly, with regard to all the technical mumbo jumbo, we have a 1900R curvature. Well, quite simply what that means is, yes, you guessed it, R stands for radius. So in the case of the MOBIUZ EX3415R, we have a 1900 radius curvature. Why does that matter, you ask? Great question. Because the radius of the curve plays a significant role in how clear the picture is and how immersive it is, and so on, based on how far you sit from the monitor. So, in the case of a 1900 radius, the maximum viewing distance the user wants to be from the monitor is around 2 meters, which means you will get the most beneficial result from the monitor curve when you're using it on a typical desk. So, all of these details basically mean that the ultra-wide 34-inch WQHD 1900R monitor from BenQ with a 21:9 aspect ratio and 144Hz refresh rate adds up to an incredible monitor, ideal for sim racing, first-person shooters, casual gaming, and so on. Okay, great. So, great size, good aspect ratio, great ergonomics, and great viewing angle, fast refresh rate, but what about the picture quality? Well, again, glad you asked. The EX3415R features AMD FreeSync Premium. Yes, I know, more nerdy technical stuff, but put very simply, the AMD FreeSync technology basically puts an end to choppy gameplay and broken frames by facilitating fluid, artifact-free performance at virtually any frame rate, which, trust me, is important in gaming. Now that's all the technical stuff. If you really want to know how it works, go look it up. We're just focused on the fact that for gaming, as you can imagine, fluid, artifact-free performance at virtually any frame rate is pretty important, and this monitor delivers that. Now, the monitor also comes with a remote, which does more than just adjust the volume, although we'll get to that in a second. The remote enables you to access a host of great features, such as BenQ's proprietary HDRI, which adapts screen content to ambient lighting to ensure dark areas on screen remain visible without overexposing bright areas, which again is another important feature in gaming. You want to know who's hiding in those corners. You can also use the remote to refine and personalize things like color performance, brightness, and so on through features like black equalizer, color vibrance, and light tuner. As I mentioned before, the remote also lets you do traditional things like adjusting volume. However, you may want to simply turn the volume on these monitors up and leave it cranked, thanks to the built-in 2.1 channel Trivolo sound system. BenQ have gone to great lengths here to give you the most immersive sound experience they can through the inclusion of two 2-watt speakers, a 5-watt subwoofer, and a digital signal processor that enables selectable sound modes such as gaming or cinematic. Now, I understand it's easy for me to stand here and tell you all of these amazing features and benefits, but the reality is I actually use two of these monitors for our everyday workflow and gaming here in the office. However, don't just take my word for it. If you're into gaming, then you're probably familiar with XP Esports, and if you don't know who they are, you should definitely look them up. They are currently building a cafe-style setup at the University of Queensland, due to be completed sometime 2022, where there will be around 30 of these new monitors in use in a dedicated BenQ area. If an e-gaming leader like XP Esports have chosen this monitor to help demonstrate the benefits of e-gaming at one of Australia's leading universities, then seriously, what more can I say? It's obviously a great monitor for gaming. If you want to know more about the MOBIUZ EX3415R, visit the link below or contact BenQ for more information. This is a fantastic monitor for any school looking to build an e-gaming team or e-gaming setup, or anyone in e-gaming who's competing that's looking for the ultimate in the ultra-wide monitor range for their home.